Professor Njuguna Ndungu is conceding that the country's economy is in a strained status, citing lack of resources to finance key public expenditure. Simply put, the country is in a financial hole. And Ndungu, while equating the national budget to a household budget, says the available resources were less than the listed expenses, asking Kenyans to be patient. Now, this concession on the state of the country's economy dampens hopes of reduced cost of living for millions of Kenyans currently in distress. We begin our broadcast with our very own Francis Gashuri.
That the country's economy is in turmoil was an open secret. The man in charge of the country's coffers, Professor Njuguna Ndungu, confirming the state of the national treasury.
Ukiwa unaishi kwa hii nchi, umejua vile tuko na matatizo ya hera. Kwa hivyo lazima unajua hiyo. Okay? It is something that we have to resolve. We have a resource constraint. Hatuna hera, lazima tujisaidie. Lakini tukipata hera, yote yatawezekana.
The CS's National Economic Status Update, a bitter pill to swallow for millions of Kenyans burdened by the biting cost of living.
Tumetoka bali, huyo upungufu itakuisha, lakini hatuwezi kusema leo ama kesho itakuishia, lakini tutatatiza hiyo shinda. Wakati wenyewe utakuja, wakati tutasema tumesaidika, lakini sisi bado tuko kwa shimo. Lazima tujue hiyo.
In his statement on the financial year 2022-2023 first supplementary estimates transmitted to the National Assembly, the Cabinet Secretary falls short in actualizing government austerity measures. Only 106 billion shillings is proposed for deduction from the development spending and reallocation of 92.2 billion shillings of the funds to recurrent expenditure. This leaves the government with a saving of only 13.3 billion shillings.
Hata wewe kwako nyumbani unaweza kuwa broke, lakini si uko na nyumba unakaa, lakini ni mahitaji yale unapata na hela uko nazo. Unalinganisha, unaona hasiwezi kupatanisha, si ndio? Sasa tunaangalia hiyo. Ni kama serikali ni kama kwako nyumbani, si ndio? Uko na mahitaji lakini huna fedha ya kutosheleza mahitaji yoyote. Hiyo ndio shida. Lakini mwishowe ukingoja kidogo, ukifanya kazi kwa bidii, unapata hela za kutosheleza hayo mahitaji.
In the first half of the financial year running from July to December last year, the taxman missed the revenue collection target by 51.8 billion shillings. The under expenditure of 108.6 billion shillings attributed to low absorption recorded in recurrent and development expenditures of 52.1 billion shillings and delayed disbursement to county governments worth 56.6 billion shillings. Governors are currently locked in a stalemate with the national government over the delayed disbursement, even as they demand a bigger share of the pie in the 2023-2024 budget. The 47 devolved units are demanding a shareable allocation of 425 billion shillings in the 2023-2024 budget, while the Commission on Revenue Allocation (CRA) proposes a 407 billion shillings allocation to the county governments. The executive has, however, insisted that only 380 billion shillings was available.
We are having problems giving them the disbursements every month. We are 3 months behind. So we are asking them, if what was in the budget 370 we have been unable to give you, if we give you 425, it will just be a lie.
Governors are scheduled to meet President William Ruto this weekend in a retreat to deliberate on the financial standoff.
We have no 425 to give to the governors. We don't have 407. We will try to look for 385. We will try. We are not promising. We will try.
For now, the National Treasury says focus was on managing the national debt that stood at 8.7 trillion shillings as at September last year.
If we borrow, we can only borrow to rescue the costly short-term debt, for example, domestic debt. So we have to borrow concessionally to solve the expensive debt. So we will solve that. It is solutions that can work, solutions that have been seen to work.
Francis Gashuri,